Sardines, those unassuming little fish, are truly a nutritional marvel, standing out as one of the rare seafood options naturally very low in mercury. This makes them an exceptionally safe and remarkably healthy choice that can be enjoyed frequently, offering a powerful boost to your overall well-being. These diminutive powerhouses are packed with essential nutrients, making them incredibly beneficial for your heart, enhancing brain function, and even fortifying your bones. They are an abundant source of lean protein, vital omega-3 fatty acids, easily absorbable calcium, and an array of crucial vitamins that your body relies on for optimal health. However, despite their impressive health profile, most people inadvertently commit several significant errors when handling sardines. These common missteps can drastically diminish their incredible health benefits, compromise their delicate flavor, and in some cases, even pose potential health risks. Consider for a moment the journey of sardines from the ocean to your plate. Are you confident you're selecting the best variety from the vast array on the grocery store shelf? Do you properly store any uneaten portions, or are you unwittingly allowing them to spoil? Have you ever felt compelled to rinse sardines before consuming them under the mistaken impression that it somehow makes them healthier or less fishy? And perhaps the most critical question of all, are you carelessly discarding the very part of the sardine that harbors the most profound nutritional value? The unfortunate reality is that sardines are often overlooked and undervalued, not because of their inherent goodness, but rather due to a lack of understanding regarding their proper preparation and consumption. From basic storage oversights to common cooking blunders, these tiny, nutrient-dense fish frequently lose much of their incredible goodness before they even have a real chance to nourish your body. In this insightful discussion, we will meticulously explore the prevalent mistakes individuals tend to make with sardines. While some of these errors might appear minor at first glance, a deeper understanding of the underlying reasons will reveal just how impactful they truly are. By the conclusion of this guide, you will possess the comprehensive knowledge necessary to truly savor sardines in the manner they were always intended to be enjoyed, maximizing both their flavor and their remarkable health advantages. While some companies do offer deboned sardines, these varieties typically come at a higher price point and often appear fragmented or damaged due to the deboning process. This means you are paying a premium for a product that offers less nutrition and an inferior aesthetic. The straightforward solution is to simply embrace the bones. They are unequivocally safe, exceptionally nutritious, and essentially imperceptible once you begin to eat. Consider them a hidden, invaluable bonus that elevates sardines into one of the most nutrient-dense and economically viable superfoods readily available on the market. A significant error often occurs right in the grocery store aisle: the misguided choice of purchasing sardines packed in water rather than oil. Initially, opting for water-packed varieties might appear to be the healthier alternative, promising fewer calories and a lighter taste. However, this perception is far from the truth. When you select water over oil, you are inadvertently compromising both the exquisite flavor and the profound nutritional benefits that sardines naturally offer. Sardines are inherently rich in an abundance of healthy fats, most notably the highly beneficial omega-3 fatty acids. These are the very fats renowned for their ability to reduce inflammation throughout the body, safeguard cardiovascular health, and maintain the fish's natural moisture content. Furthermore, the oil in which they are packed significantly boosts your body's capacity to absorb and utilize these crucial omega-3s. Conversely, water, as a packing medium, provides no such advantages to the fish. Sardines stored in water frequently develop a bland, dry, or even unappetizingly metallic taste over time. This undesirable transformation occurs because water is incapable of shielding the fish's delicate natural oils from oxidation. As these essential oils break down, both the desirable taste and the nutritional potency of the sardines gradually diminish. Oil, by stark contrast, acts as a protective barrier, effectively preserving the sardines, ensuring they remain fresher and significantly more flavorful for an extended period. Indeed, many culinary connoisseurs assert that sardines preserved in high-quality olive oil actually improve in taste the longer they are allowed to mature. While it is true that sardines packed in oil contain more calories, these are predominantly derived from the beneficial, healthy fats that actively contribute to your body's well-being. This seemingly minor decision at the supermarket checkout ultimately makes a substantial difference in your overall sardine experience. If your goal is to enjoy sardines that boast exceptional flavor and deliver maximum nutritional impact, it is unequivocally recommended to bypass the water-packed tins and consistently choose those preserved in a high-quality oil. One prevalent misstep that almost everyone makes at some point is allowing an opened can of sardines to linger beyond its safe consumption window. While unopened cans of sardines boast an impressive shelf life, often extending for years, the moment that lid is popped, a crucial countdown begins. As soon as sardines are exposed to air, their quality immediately starts to decline. The beneficial oils within the fish begin a process of oxidation, which not only alters their delicate flavor, but also significantly degrades the valuable omega-3 fatty acids, precisely the nutrients many of us seek from sardines. Consequently, the longer these fish remain exposed, the less nutritional value they offer, and the more their taste deteriorates. The precise duration of their freshness after opening is largely dependent on the packing liquid. Sardines packed in water typically spoil the fastest, usually becoming unsuitable for consumption within 24 hours. Those preserved in oil can maintain their quality for approximately 2 to 3 days when refrigerated, while sardines in tomato sauce might last slightly longer, up to 4 days. However, a steadfast rule that should never be ignored is that after 1 week, regardless of the packing medium, sardines are considered spoiled and unsafe to eat. Another common oversight is leaving the opened sardines in their original metal can. Once exposed to air, the metal of the can can react, accelerating spoilage and imparting an unpleasant metallic taste to the fish. For these reasons, food safety experts strongly advise transferring any leftover sardines into a clean, airtight glass or plastic container immediately after opening. This simple act effectively minimizes air exposure, significantly slows down the loss of nutrients, and helps to preserve their desirable flavor. While it is possible to freeze sardines to further extend their life, it's important to note that freezing can alter their texture, making them noticeably softer. Therefore, the optimal practice is to only open the amount of sardines you anticipate consuming within a couple of days and consistently transfer any unused portions to an appropriate sealed container. Adopting this straightforward habit ensures your sardines remain safe, fresh, and packed with all their intended nutritional benefits. Many consumers operate under the misconception that canned food, including sardines, possesses an indefinite shelf life, a belief that is simply not true. While it is accurate that sardines can remain perfectly good for several years if they are sealed and stored under optimal conditions, it is crucial to understand that external factors such as heat, direct sunlight, and excessive moisture are formidable enemies to their quality and safety. Storing sardine cans in compromised locations, such as a sun-drenched kitchen window directly adjacent to a heat-emitting stove, or within a damp and unventilated pantry, will significantly accelerate the degradation process. This deterioration affects not only the integrity of the can itself, but more importantly, the quality of the fish inside. Over an extended period, the delicate oils within the sardines will inevitably oxidize, leading to an unpleasant souring of flavors and a gradual yet consistent depletion of their vital nutrients. Furthermore, a damaged or compromised can create an environment conducive to bacterial growth, which can render the sardines entirely unsafe for consumption. What many individuals are also unaware of is that not all types of sardines maintain their quality equally well over time. varieties packed in acidic mediums, such as tomato sauce or other acidic liquids, tend to break down more rapidly than those preserved in oil. This distinction means that if your pantry contains a diverse selection of sardine types, it is a wise strategy to implement a rotation system. Consume the more acidic varieties first and reserve the oil-packed tins for longer-term storage. Additionally, it is absolutely essential to meticulously inspect each can before opening it. Any visible signs of distress, such as bulging, rust, dents, particularly along the seams, or any indication of leakage, are red flags that should not be ignored. In such instances, it is imperative to err on the side of caution and promptly discard the can without taking any chances. Consider this perspective. Sardines represent one of the most accessible and affordable superfoods available. It is a waste to allow them to spoil due to improper storage. And more critically, it is an unnecessary risk to your health. By simply applying a little care and attention to their storage, you can ensure that every can remains fresh, safe, and fully capable of delivering the abundant nutrition it promises. One of the greatest underutilizations of sardines stems from the common practice of consuming them solely straight from the can. While the sheer convenience of simply opening a tin and having a ready-to-eat snack is undoubtedly one of their appealing attributes, adhering exclusively to this method means you are missing out on a vast spectrum of culinary possibilities and rich flavors. This limited approach is a primary reason why many individuals quickly grow tired of sardines. In reality, sardines are far more versatile than most people imagine. They should be viewed as a dynamic ingredient, rather than merely a pre-packaged snack. For instance, you can effortlessly transform them into a protein-rich spread by mashing them with a touch of Greek yogurt, creamy avocado, or a drizzle of high-quality olive oil, perfect for spreading on crusty bread or wholesome crackers. Elevate your toast by adding toppings such as briny capers, finely chopped red onions, or thinly sliced ripe tomatoes for a sophisticated, Mediterranean-inspired bite that feels gourmet yet takes mere minutes to assemble. Sardines also perform exceptionally well in cooked dishes. Consider stirring them into a simmering pasta sauce during the final minutes of cooking to infuse the dish with extra umami flavor and a boost of omega-3s. Incorporate them into a vibrant stir-fry just before serving to ensure they remain intact while significantly enhancing the protein content. Even a humble pizza can be elevated with the addition of sardines, their savory, salty notes, pairing exquisitely with ingredients like olives, bell peppers, and fresh herbs. For an energizing start to your day, fold them into scrambled eggs or an omelet, creating a true powerhouse breakfast. Beyond the undeniable improvement in taste, the nutritional benefits are also amplified. Pairing sardines with a variety of vegetables, whole grains, or other healthy fats actively aids your body in absorbing their nutrients more efficiently. For example, consuming them alongside vitamin C-rich foods like tomatoes or bell peppers can significantly enhance your body's absorption of iron. So, while enjoying them straight from the can is perfectly acceptable occasionally, it is a disservice to limit yourself. With just a touch of creativity and culinary exploration, sardines can swiftly transition into a secret ingredient that makes countless dishes both more exciting and profoundly more nutritious. A widespread misconception is the belief that all sardines possess an identical taste profile. Many people assume that if you've tasted one can of sardines, you've essentially experienced them all. However, this notion is far from the truth. Much like fine wines, artisanal coffees, or diverse cheeses, sardines exhibit a remarkable range of flavors, textures, and overall quality. These variations are influenced by several critical factors, including their geographic origin, the specific method of packing, and even the time of year they were harvested. Consider, for example, the impact of the waters they inhabit. Atlantic sardines can present a distinctly different flavor profile compared to those sourced from the Mediterranean or Pacific Oceans, as the varying water temperatures, the fish's diet, and its natural environment all play a significant role in shaping its characteristics. Sardines from colder waters, such as those hailing from Norway, frequently possess a firmer texture and a cleaner, more delicate flavor. In contrast, sardines caught in warmer waters may tend to be softer and richer in taste. Even the season of capture holds significance. Fish caught in the spring might offer a lighter flavor, while those harvested later in the year often present as fattier and more intensely flavorful. Furthermore, the liquid in which they are packed profoundly alters the taste experience. Whether preserved in olive oil, tomato sauce, mustard, or simply water, each medium imparts distinct flavors. For instance, Spanish and Portuguese sardines, traditionally packed in premium olive oil, are renowned for developing deep, complex flavors that mature beautifully over time. Some producers even choose to smoke their sardines, imbuing them with a savory richness, while others employ spiced oils or sauces to deliver an additional burst of flavor. Therefore, if your initial encounter with one particular can of sardines was not entirely enjoyable, it would be a mistake to dismiss all sardines altogether. It is highly probable that your experience was simply with a type that didn't align with your preferences. Actively exploring different brands, geographical origins, and various packing styles can fundamentally transform your perception and appreciation of this versatile fish. Sardines are unequivocally not a one-size-fits-all product. Once you embark on this culinary experimentation, you will quickly discover an entire world of rich and diverse flavors patiently waiting to be uncovered within those humble little tins. Sardines, these small but mighty fish, possess a naturally bold character. Their rich, healthy oils and distinct savory taste make them a potent culinary ingredient. However, this very intensity means they require thoughtful pairing with the right complementary flavors to truly shine on your plate. One of the most significant mistakes people make is combining sardines with ingredients that clash rather than create a harmonious balance. The key to unlocking their full flavor potential lies in understanding that sardines thrive on contrast. Their inherent richness is beautifully highlighted when juxtaposed with bright, fresh, or tangy components that effectively cut through their oiliness. Imagine the transformative power of a squeeze of fresh lemon juice, a splash of zesty vinegar, briny capers, juicy tomatoes, or crisp pickled vegetables. These sharp, vibrant flavors don't mask the sardine's natural taste. Instead, they elevate and sharpen it, resulting in a dish that is far more balanced, dynamic, and exciting. Similarly, fresh herbs like fragrant parsley, refreshing dill, or aromatic cilantro introduce a clean, herbaceous note that wonderfully lightens the overall profile of the dish. So, what should you steer clear of? Generally, avoid heavy, creamy sauces, overly buttery preparations, or excessively sweet pairings. The combination of rich cream with oily sardines typically creates an overly indulgent sensation that quickly overwhelms the palate, leaving a cloying feeling. Sweet glazes or fruit-based toppings often contend unfavorably with the sardine's natural saltiness, leading to an unappetizing discord of flavors. Consider this example: sardines served on toasted bread with a generous squeeze of lemon and a sprinkling of fresh herbs offer a light, satisfying, and balanced experience. However, the same sardines smothered in a thick, heavy cheese sauce would likely prove difficult to enjoy, as the double richness becomes overwhelming. While experimentation in the kitchen is always encouraged, the fundamental principle of balance is paramount when working with sardines. By intelligently choosing the right accompanying flavors, you can elevate sardines from a simple canned fish to a gourmet ingredient that feels fresh, vibrant, and utterly unforgettable, leaving a lasting impression on your taste buds. One of the primary reasons many individuals shy away from sardines is the pervasive belief that they are inherently too fishy. Yet the fundamental truth is quite simple. Sardines are fish, and by their very nature, they are meant to carry the distinct, invigorating taste of the sea. The real issue often lies not with the sardines themselves, but rather with how they are stored, prepared, or the ingredients with which they are paired. High-quality sardines, when properly handled, should deliver a clean, savory, and subtly briny flavor, akin to a refreshing ocean breeze. If your experience with sardines has been one of an overwhelmingly strong or unpleasant taste, it is highly probable that they were not stored optimally, have exceeded their best buy date, or were simply not combined with the most complementary ingredients. The secret to enjoying sardines isn't to attempt to conceal their natural flavor, but rather to skillfully brighten and enhance it. This can be achieved remarkably well with acidic ingredients. A generous squeeze of fresh lemon juice, a judicious splash of high-quality vinegar, or even a spoonful of rich tomato sauce can effectively cut through any perceived heaviness, rendering the flavor profile much more vibrant and appealing. Similarly, fresh herbs such as aromatic parsley, bright cilantro, or delicate dill introduce a clean, herbaceous freshness that beautifully balances the sardines' inherent richness. The quality of the sardines also plays an immense role in their taste. Varieties packed in premium olive oil or robust tomato sauce often present a far cleaner and less overpowering flavor than cheaper, less carefully processed alternatives. Furthermore, here's an intriguing aspect of taste perception. Your palate can actually adapt and evolve. If you don't frequently consume fish, sardines might initially strike you as intensely flavored. However, with consistent exposure, your taste buds will gradually begin to discern their subtle sweetness and remarkable depth of flavor. Instead of prematurely dismissing sardines as merely too fishy, be encouraged to experiment with diverse pairings, incorporate them into a vibrant salad, garnish them with a generous amount of citrus, or serve them alongside crisp, fresh vegetables. You might be genuinely astonished at how quickly that initially perceived fishy flavor transforms into something you actively anticipate and thoroughly enjoy. Without question, the most financially and nutritionally costly mistake people make with sardines is the habitual draining and discarding of the precious oil they are packed in. That glistening golden liquid is far from mere waste. It is, in fact, a concentrated reservoir where some of the most profound flavors and essential nutrients are meticulously hidden. Here's precisely why this practice is so regrettable. When sardines are preserved in oil, a slow, intricate exchange process takes place over time. The delicate fish gradually release some of their inherent natural juices and soluble compounds into the surrounding oil. Concurrently, the rich oil gently permeates and infuses the fish itself. Over the months of storage within the can, this packing oil becomes remarkably enriched with a potent concentration of omega-3 fatty acids, crucial fat-soluble vitamins like D and E, and a deep, complex, savory flavor. In essence, it transforms into a highly concentrated, liquid form of nutrition. To summarily discard this oil is not merely to lose a few calories. It is to carelessly toss away valuable nutrients that actively contribute to safeguarding your cardiovascular health, supporting optimal brain function, and bolstering your immune system. From a culinary perspective, you are also discarding a completely free and incredibly versatile flavor enhancer that professional chefs would eagerly welcome into their kitchens. So, what constructive uses can you find for this liquid gold? The possibilities are surprisingly abundant. Drizzle the flavorful oil over your salads as a superior alternative to conventional bottled dressings. Utilize it as a base to sauté aromatic onions and garlic before cooking pasta, rice, or other grains, infusing them with a rich depth of flavor. Stir it into soups or stews to significantly enrich the broth and add a layer of umami. You can even enjoy it as a simple, elegant snack by dipping fresh, crusty bread into it, perhaps with a squeeze of lemon and a sprinkle of fresh herbs. And here's an additional benefit. The oil's flavor actually deepens and develops even further slightly after the can has been opened. When stored correctly in the refrigerator for a few days, this enhanced oil can impart even greater complexity and richness to your meals. Sardine oil is simply too precious and valuable to be wasted. Learn to treat it with the reverence it deserves, for it truly is a secret ingredient capable of elevating countless dishes. While sardines are undeniably one of the healthiest and most nutrient-dense foods available, it is crucial to recognize that, like any potent food, they may not be suitable for absolutely everyone. There are specific groups of individuals who should exercise particular caution and moderation when incorporating sardines into their diet. Firstly, individuals with high blood pressure or those known to be sensitive to salt should be especially mindful. The vast majority of commercially canned sardines are packed in brine, oil, or various sauces that contain a notable amount of sodium. Excessive salt intake can contribute to elevated blood pressure, making low-sodium varieties a much more prudent and healthier option for this group. Secondly, those who suffer from gout or have elevated levels of uric acid should approach sardines with care. Sardines are naturally rich in purines, which the body metabolizes into uric acid. For susceptible individuals, a high intake of purine-rich foods can potentially trigger painful gout flare-ups. In these cases, moderation is not just advised, but absolutely essential. Similarly, anyone with a predisposition to kidney stones, particularly uric acid stones, should be cautious, as purines can potentially increase this risk. It is always best to consult with your doctor or a registered dietitian before consuming sardines regularly if you fall into any of these categories. For pregnant women, there is good news. Sardines are exceptionally low in mercury, a stark contrast to larger predatory fish like tuna or swordfish, which often accumulate higher levels. However, because sardines are frequently canned in oil or brine, pregnant individuals should still monitor their overall intake of sodium and calories if they are consuming these fish often. For the vast majority of healthy individuals, sardines represent an outstanding and beneficial food choice to enjoy frequently. Nevertheless, if you identify with any of the aforementioned groups, embracing moderation remains the safest and most responsible approach to ensure your continued well-being. In conclusion, sardines undeniably stand as one of the most remarkably underrated superfoods available today, offering a wealth of nutritional benefits that are often overlooked. However, to truly unlock their full potential and savor their exquisite taste, it is paramount to handle them with the correct approach. Every step, from thoughtfully selecting the right can at the grocery store to implementing proper storage techniques, making informed pairing choices, and executing appropriate preparation methods, plays a pivotal role. Small, seemingly insignificant mistakes in any of these areas can drastically alter your experience, leading to a bland, unsatisfying, or even nutritionally compromised meal, rather than the powerful boost of essential nutrients they are capable of delivering. Do not allow simple oversights or common misconceptions to deter you from fully embracing and enjoying everything that sardines have to offer. These tiny fish are packed with an impressive array of protein, vital omega-3 fatty acids, abundant calcium, and a spectrum of crucial vitamins, all working synergistically to support the health of your heart, enhance cognitive function, and strengthen your bones. Beyond their exceptional nutritional profile, sardines also remain one of the most budget-friendly and accessible healthy food options you can purchase. Armed with the insights provided, you now possess the knowledge to confidently unlock their immense potential and deftly navigate the common pitfalls that often trip up most consumers. By making conscious and informed choices, you can transform these humble fish into a truly nourishing and delicious staple in your diet.